Welcome back. It's 7:21. Now, tomorrow, February 28th, marks the annual Coldest Night of the Year walk in support of those experiencing homelessness. Seoul's Harbour Rescue Mission has seen an increasing need for services in Cape Breton since expanding there 2 winters ago. Joining us from Point Edward is Cherry Laxton, the CAO for Seoul's Harbour Rescue Mission. Good morning, Cherry.
Good morning. I'm glad to be here.
Yes, well, tell us more about the longest night of the year walk tomorrow.
Certainly. So, the coldest night of the year is actually a national event held by obviously hundreds of not for profits across the country. Here for us, it's our largest fundraising event for the year. We hold it at three different locations: Halifax out of our Lower Sackville location, in Bridgewater, and right here in Sydney.
Okay, so how essential is this fundraiser for your efforts in Cape Breton?
It's huge because, like I said, it is our largest fundraising event. And obviously, all those funds allow us to continue the services that we provide here, but also to expand them. We actually, yesterday was our 2-year anniversary from our grand opening in Sydney Mines, which is our first Cape Breton location. We've since opened New Waterford, and I'm speaking to you this morning from our 6-month recovery program for women with addictions right here in Point Edward. So, like I said, the need has increased. So for us to be able to use these funds to continue and expand those services is amazing.
Yes, we're showing images of walks taking place. These fundraising walks are happening across the country. I understand that the goal for your organization is $40,000, and I just checked out your site, 86% of the way there. That's huge. Support has been already very, very good.
The support that we've seen here in Cape Breton has actually been phenomenal. Like since our opening at our locations, and certainly for the walk as well, we've actually um, outdone our goal every year that we've done it here. It's been phenomenal.
That's fantastic. Right now, what are your biggest challenges?
I would say the fact that there are not enough services for us. Obviously, we can only meet so many needs. The locations that we have right now are addressing food insecurity and obviously the rising costs of everything else that doesn't allow people to buy basic needs and to supply their families with things that are necessary that most of us just think are commonplace everyday items. That's why we have our free mart locations in our drop-in centers to allow people to come in and access free clothing and some household items and hygiene products and so on. Because again, those costs are rising and the income is not keeping up with those costs. So, like I said, for us to be able to provide those services makes a big difference to that community.
Well, we have some graphics right now showing the details of the walk that's happening tomorrow in Cape Breton. If people wanted to participate, how can they find out more information?
Well, they can certainly go to CNOY online and just, CNOY/Sydney will get you to our Sydney site. And like I said, $33,000 there right now. And I would say that in the last 24 hours or so is when we see our biggest push. So I absolutely anticipating that the local Cape Breton people will actually beat that goal. I'm certain that they will. So we would love for you to come out. Even if you haven't signed up already, you can certainly come out. Just sign a waiver once you get to the event. We would love to see everyone there. Even if you just don't have time to fundraise right now, just come out, join us, and be a part of the local community out there to support those in need.
Yeah, I saw that everybody starts to gather around 4 o'clock, and then as it gets into the evening, the walk actually happens. So it will be dark when people are walking. So the event's happening all across the country. The Sydney walk is tomorrow, and the details are there. I just checked at the website right before we talked, Cherry, and it's up to 36,000 right now.
Oh,
So if
wow.
you say they're going to be the
Fabulous.
last push, is when you're going to meet your goal and then some, which is fantastic news. Thank you so much
Absolutely.
for
We did the
joining
same
us
last year.
this morning, and thank you for your continued efforts to do your best to meet the demand that's ever growing.
Oh, thanks so much for having us and bringing attention to this crazy need.
We've put the details on our website to CNOY. You can check out the Sydney site specifically, or maybe there's a walk near you. That was Cherry Laxton joining us this morning from Cape Breton.